Salut, je m'appelle Danny Wallace, je suis anglais, j'ai 28 ans et j'habite un quartier très sympa dans l'est de Londres. Il y a environ 6 mois, j'ai décidé de créer mon pays rien qu'à moi. Pour cela, j'ai parcouru des milliers de kilomètres, rencontré des sommités mondiales et j'ai convaincu des milliers de gens de devenir les citoyens de mon pays. J'ai même créé mon propre timbre à mon effigie, un vrai boulot qui allait faire basculer ma vie. J'ai même fini en tôle avec des prisonniers en sous-vêtements roses. Puis j'ai tiré avec un vrai pistolet pour la première fois de ma vie. J'ai aussi été obligé de consulter d'éminents experts. Et je me suis retrouvé dans une mission diplomatique à la recherche de la reconnaissance de grands pays, mais aussi de tout petits pays.
That's Sealand. It looks a bit like an oil rig. I can't believe it is a country. You know what I mean? It can't.
My name is Danny. Hello. I was wondering if I could find out about your customs and your ways.
Wow, a man is being winched onto my tiny boat. Burly man coming aboard. I just heard about Sealand and I wanted to find out some more. So, what is it?
It's basically an old wartime fortress that's been declared independent for about the last 40 years.
And Britain are cool with this?
Britain are cool with it, yeah. This fortress was built during the time of war, right? It was built illegally in international waters. Nobody bothered at the time because there was war going on. After the war, it was maintained for a few years and then abandoned. The British government should have destroyed it. They've gone against every international convention in not destroying it.
Je rêvais de créer le pays parfait. J'avais déjà le territoire, mon petit appart. Puis, j'ai déposé ma déclaration d'indépendance à la porte de Tony Blair. Ensuite, il m'a fallu créer mon hymne national. Chaque jour, le nombre de mes citoyens augmentait, des centaines, des milliers. Ma campagne de recrutement a eu un tel succès que j'ai dépassé le nombre d'habitants du Vatican. Je n'étais plus le plus petit pays du monde.
What can I do to help you then?
I've been hearing a lot about constitutions, and I'm wondering whether it's something I should get involved with.
Well, pretty much every country in the world at some stage has done this and decided to draw up a written constitution.
Right.
The UK doesn't have one, but it's fairly unique in that. It doesn't have a codified document, no.
I don't understand. It hasn't got a constitution?
No. Well, it doesn't have something that you can pick up like this, which is the South African constitution.
Seems quite a lot in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this just sets out...
Yeah, basically the rules about the people who are in government, who they are, what they do, how they relate to each other.
Et un jour, le grand jour, j'ai rassemblé tout le nécessaire pour partir convaincre les Nations Unies et prouver au monde entier que j'ai un pays.
King Danny. And that's me. Unfortunately, it's not a recognised valid document to travel. Well, that's a bit insulting. You're saying it's not a valid, recognised passport. Hello, I'm Danny.
And I'm Shashi Tharoor. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you very much for meeting with me.
Well, I've heard you're about to start your own country.
Look, I've done a whole constitution. Where, you know, I've got kind of human rights are fully guaranteed. Mm-hmm. What about my cyber nation?
Now, that's a very intriguing idea because, the great difficulty with the cyber nation is precisely the fact that we are still anchored in an old-fashioned concept of statehood that requires physical territory. But increasingly we're getting to a stage where some of our member states are afraid that their physical territory might disappear as a result of global warming. I mean, the leader of Tuvalu, for example, said, we're one of the most recent member states of the United Nations, but the way in which the waves are rising, our country might disappear. And Tuvalu might find itself in a position where the state exists, it's a member of the UN, but it no longer has a territory. If it gets to that stage, then we may have to absolutely rethink the question of what constitutes a state. What you need, basically, is evidence, which have to go beyond anyone can write a constitution, Danny. Oh, you have a flag as well.
Même avec un territoire, certes tout petit, une constitution, un drapeau, et tout ce qui fait un pays, il était donc impossible d'obtenir une quelconque reconnaissance de la part des autres nations du monde. Alors je me suis tourné vers mon peuple, le peuple de mon pays, pour lui annoncer que notre belle nation existait grâce à eux, grâce à nous tous.
I had a dream in which we created a nice country we could be proud of. The UN has turned us down. But you, the people of this country, you have said yes.
Voilà comment une émission de télévision a appris aux Anglais qu'il est possible de créer son propre pays, pour de vrai ou pour de faux, pour rire ou pour réfléchir. Maintenant, c'est à vous de choisir.